Hi there and welcome to Andy Robinson RC, and cheers for checking out today's episode and cheers for checking out the channel today. Okay, I am super happy because today the Blockhead Motors Wild One has arrived. Now there's been a shortage of them getting into the UK on this batch, and I was unsure if I was going to get mine. I know a heck of a lot of people have been disappointed that it might not be allocated one, or they're going to have to wait until April 22 roughly for the next batch to come in. So I'm super happy and that I'm lucky enough that I've managed to get mine in the first batch. So that's great. This one came from Javelin Models. And also as well, before we go much further, a massive thanks to the RC Elf. Now, I am very sure a lot of you will be aware of the RC Elf, and he's been bringing much joy to the RC community and a lot of the RC related channels on YouTube. Some of them small channels and some of them much bigger channels, but either way, it is amazing what this chap is doing for the RC community. And well, without him, I won't be bringing you this video today. So a massive thanks to the RC Elf. Thank you so much for all that you're doing, and I hope when you see this built, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy seeing it finished. Okay, right, so we've got to get on with this. Now, this is item 58695-60A, which denotes this has got a slightly different ESC in it because Tamiya have been struggling for components for their own ESCs. So for at least this batch, they've or some of the batches that have been going out, they've had to buy in ESCs. Now this one is a Carson unit, which I'll show you. Now I know some of the ones in America were getting a Hobby Wing sort of 1060 unit, but this one's got a Carson in, so we'll have a look at that in a bit. Also, got a few goodies to show you, but we'll get to them. So let's open this up. Now this comes with a pre-cut and pre-painted body included, which is great. I keep saying it's a 50-50. I'd have liked to sprayed my own up maybe, but then for those who can't or don't, or you know, it's already done for you. On the plus side, my wife's quite happy because she doesn't have to cut the body out on this one, just the decals. Anyway, let's get into it. I mean, the box artwork is absolutely brilliant. Looks fantastic. Really liking that. But we want to see what's inside. Now, I won't go into a massively detailed unboxing because there's already been a few of these unboxings done. So we'll just have a quick look and a peek, and then I'll show you and tell you what I'm going to do to this one. Okay, so let's have a nosy. Let's quickly. Loving the plated wheels, liking them a lot. How cool do they look? I'm also liking these. Well, you can prep these with LED lights, but there's 4 sets of spotlights for the body, so that's cool. Not entirely sure I'm going to use all 4 yet, but certainly you've got a set of 4 to use. And then I am liking all of the parts trees which have got this sort of chrome-esque finish to it, this metallic sort of chrome-esque finish, which is very cool. So that is like the gearbox halves there, trailing rear arms, part of front suspension, components there. Loving them. Aerial tube. Okay, so you've got more parts there, the tray in the back, hubs, servo mounts and various things. Yeah, absolutely loving them. Superb. Okay, I'll show you that. These are the rear wheels as well, again in that same finish. Now, I don't want to use the oval block kit tyres for the rear wheels. I am using these just for a little bit of a different look. I have purchased egress rear tyres, so that's what's going on my wheels. So I think that'll look quite cool, give it a bit more of an aggressive look, I suppose. But I fancy putting some egress rear tyres on mine. So put these over here. Okay, chassis tub, pretty standard wild one. So yeah, I'm sure most of you will have known, but obviously the original wild one was released in 1987. Okay, and this is cool. I like this. You've got the wire mesh in there, a little aerial mount, and you've got, I think, what looks to be the lenses for the light buckets as well, and a load of cable ties in there. What else? Okay, oh yeah, show you this as well. Pre-painted body and driver figure as well. I've probably got to paint the head myself, but I can do that. But yes, get off. That can go down. So we'll quickly whip this out. Okay, so as I say, this is all pre-painted for you. So that is the body. It doesn't look much body work, does it? But seems to be sprayed nicely and trimmed out nicely. But when it's on the vehicle, then I'm sure that will look rather nice. And then you've got the roof panel, which has got two sort of like vents or holes cut in to it, which the original one didn't. So there it is as well. Maybe that makes it not as rigid as before, but it certainly looks cool anyway. So yeah, got that as well. Liking that. Liking it all so far. And then in here, again, we've got the roll cage and gearbox cage there in a more sort of silvery grey colour rather than the chrome finished parts. And then again, you've got what we got there, looks to be more spot lamps, driver head, and side like Nerf bars there that go at the side of the vehicle. Now, because they're in that finish, I don't know how well the driver figure is going to paint up, but we'll give it a go anyway. Okay, and there's your tyres. I'm not going to get them out, but you've seen what I'm going to use. You've got like the sort of this almost a smoothie ribbed tyre for the front, and then you've got those oval blocks for the rear, but we're not going to use them. Now, what we have got is this. This is the Carson ESC that you get, which doesn't look, you can see it there, doesn't really look much different to the Hobbywing Quick Run 1060. Although I'm liking this. It has a T-plug or Dean's connector on. I like that very much. And again, this is just a pure brushed ESC. Unlike the Tamiya TBLA E154, there is no third wire for a brushless setup, so it's just a brushed ESC. That's fine by me because I'm only going to put a brush motor in it. Okay, you also get an adapter, so if you haven't got a T-plug on any of your batteries, then here it is. You've got a Tamiya plug to Dean's, so obviously, you know, that'll help. It just goes on the end there, and you can connect your stick packs with the Tamiya plug on, so that's good. Handy stuff. Now, that looks a little bit. Let's just check the instructions, and we can just tell you what the specs are on this, because they do differ from the TBL E04 and the Hobbywing 1060. That's in German. English. There we go. So, product specification. So, it's a 70 amp ESC going forwards. Peak current backwards. It's at 40 amps peak current. Battery, it will accept 2 to 3 S LiPo and 5 to 9 cells nickel metal hydride packs. Okay, and 2 S LiPo or 6 Ls NIMS, and you can use motor-wise a 540 or 550. 18 turns is the maximum or below. So, which is cool, because the TBLE 04 is only rated at something like 25 turns. And it'll take 3,000 RPM, not 3,000, 30,000 RPM at 7.2 volts. And what it does mean is that I can run the motor I've got to put in this, which I'll show you in a minute or two. So weight, it's 39 grams, and in mode it's forward, backwards, and I think forwards, backwards, and crawler it says here. But yeah, I'll have a look anyway. But yeah, so that's cool, and I can use it with my motor I've got, which is great because I did buy a Hobbywing 1060 in preparation for this build, but I ended up pinching that ESC and putting it in my Associate B2 because I needed to run that. So I was pretty chuffed when I heard that it was going to be this Speedo that was coming in the kit. Okay, so that leaves us in here, and you've got your usual box of goodies, all the part bags. So battery retainer in there, wheel nuts, and steering track rods, I think, in there. That is parts bag C. In the heavy bag, we've got parts bag A, a big chunky metal bar, which I think is for the front, where the front part of the front suspension pivot. We've got shock parts, damper oil in red, and carbon fibre plate, the actual shock towers and the shocks themselves. That's bag A. In bag B, we've got all the gears for the differential, more damper oil, we've got the boots that go over the drive shafts. So shock pistons and shock shafts in there as well. And with this, I can't tell which ones they are, but it does come with a choice of 2 pinion gears. So that's ace, I like that. What else? We've got your bumper, wheel adapters, and then you've got your gears inside the gearbox. Yeah, shock pistons, and we've got the 540 cam motor, which we're not using. Let's have a look. Yeah. So let's drop things on the floor. Let's shove them back in there for now because we don't need them in a minute. Okay, that's them in there. So yeah. Oh yes, of course. How could I forget? Okay, we've got a nice manual that goes with it. Obviously, it's done with the Blockhead Motors artwork on the front, which means it's unique to this kit. So that's cool, like that. And then that must mean in here, there we go, we've got a little amendment sheet on for putting on the race number plates that you get at the side, at the back of the vehicle. So that's cool. And what I do like as well, looking at this, is you get a load of numbers on the back. So if you don't want to have the number 126 like on the Jun Watanabe Blockhead box art, you can put your own, which I will be doing, so I'm liking that. And the details are there, very nice as usual from Tamiya, and yeah, I can't wait to be building this one up. So that is everything you get. Now what am I going to do with it? Well, because it's pre-cut, pre-painted already, it is pretty much going to look like the box art, so I just wanted to make a few little changes for my benefit, really. So I told you, we've got the egress rear tyres. Now in here, what have we got? Some goodies. Now obviously, if we are building the kit up from scratch, then we won't be using plastic bushings. So we have a set of bearings from RC Bearings. No, tell a lie, they might have been from Fusion Hobbies, these. Either way, links will go in the description. But yeah, set of bearings, which are essential. Got a nice set of nuts. There you go, black little wheel nuts there as well, just to jazz it up a bit. Also, as well, for the steering knuckle arms, I bought the carbon reinforced steering knuckles for this as well. Thought that just something nice little extra to add, which incidentally is part 54154. And also the motor I'll be using, it's still a brush motor, but it's a bit more powerful than the 540. I've got a Core RC 21-turn motor. So yeah, we're going to be putting that in. So yeah, that's cool. And last of all, now these are from Mirage RC. You can find them on eBay. And if you look at the Young Watanabe, his actual vehicle, you'll see it has an alloy bumper on the front. Now, you can buy them, but I didn't actually like that bumper. So I've gone for something that's still like an alloy bumper, but a bit more subtle. And this one is from Mirage RC. And there you go, that's what it looks like. So that'll be going on mine. So I'm looking forward to putting that on. Now, you have got to be careful with these because, as I found out many years ago, I had a rad-shaped one on a Grasshopper and I crashed it. Bumper came off, the bumper was fine, but it ripped all the mounting holes off the front of the chassis. So whenever you're adding alloy parts, you do have to be careful. Now, it might be a bit more beefier than the chassis on the front of this than on the Grasshopper, but still, if you do go full speed into something, then there is potential room for damage. Right, well there you go. So that is it. That is the Blockhead Motors Wild One unboxed. And I said, yeah, we've got a few extra bits and bobs to go on this one. We've got the alloy bumper, we've got the core RC motor, the wheel nuts, the carbon reinforced steering knuckles, and of course we've got the egress rear tyres. So yeah, well there we go. I'm really looking forward to building this, and to be honest, I'll probably be starting later on at least. So we should have this up and running hopefully very soon. Right, okay, so that's it from me today. A huge mega thanks to the RC Elf. Thank you very much again for supporting the channel. My mind is blown. And also, thank you for supporting the RC community. Right, okay, as I said, I'm leaving it. If you would like to see more of our videos and haven't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button and notification bell, and we shall see you all very soon on the next episode. Also, as well, we're still waiting for the Tamiya TD4 Super Avanti to arrive as well. So, and the running of the new FTX 3.0 Peso trail truck. Right, that is definitely it. I'm going now. Right, look after yourselves and take care. See ya.